Hello, welcome to my channel. I'm T with Tree Sage Creates, and this is a craft with me. I'm making more ephemera. I know. I hope you guys aren't getting tired of ephemera already, but I wanted to show you this because I found every time I open one of my stash boxes for Christmas paper, I find something completely new. At some point, and I think it was from a haul that I did a few years ago after Christmas, I purchased this card collection for Stamperia, and it made 7 cards, 5 tags, and 1 bookmark. Let me show you what it originally looked like. And I had everything in here except for these bookmarks right here, these long bookmarks that are 5 by 7. And, or I'm sorry, they were 5, almost 6 inches tall. But I pulled those out and used those for something else and then put the rest of this aside. And I went ahead and pulled it out because I make my own card bases and everything. I would never use these for cards. I do my own thing for cards. So I ended up cutting these apart and turning them into ephemera. So if you guys have old card kits that you have picked up, turn them into ephemera if you're not going to use them to actually make cards like I am. And so this is what I've done with these guys. I've added little bits here and there, chopped them up. This is super, super simple. But like I said, if you're holding on to something that you're not using, especially card kits, you can make a lot of ephemera very quickly. And then these I made into just little tag clusters here. I'm sorry if you hear noise. My puppy's in here this morning and she's being a bit of a grunty little thing. So here you go. That's what I did. This was Home for the Holidays collection. And then I had another one here. And I know you might be asking, why would I even purchase this if I never intended to make cards with it? Because it was $10 and I got 50% off. So I couldn't pass up that deal. That's why. That's the simple answer. All right. And when I'm shopping, I have to have all the things, especially when it comes to Christmas. So this is Stamperia card collection. Again, 7 cards, 5 tags, 1 bookmark. Again, this bookmark wasn't in this collection. I believe that everything else is in this collection, but that one was not. And so this was the Christmas collection, and that's what this looks like. So I wanted to go ahead and take this apart on camera and just show you how quick and easy it was to turn this into an actual ephemera kit. And so let's see. Let me pull out everything and let you see what I've got. So this one's the actual card. And this one is just one simple sheet. So they must have been like card fronts. This one as well, like a card front. This one is a card, like a card front. This one says Romantic Christmas, and it's just a front and back. And then this one is also a front and back. And then this one's actually a little card. And then here are the 3 tags. Best wishes, sweet Christmas with love. And then just a couple of little trim items. This one actually has a hole here. So this is a little tag there. And this one does not. Yes, it does. It's got a little hole in it as well. Those just didn't come out. So there we go. And that's what I've got to work with. I also pulled aside Stamperia's Romantic Collection, Home for the Holidays. Now, I know that this collection goes with these cards, and it's just this little 6x6, but I did use it to pull out some little items to add to it. So I'm going to keep this to the side just in case I wanted to layer up some items with this one, because I think it'll probably go pretty well if I need it to. I can probably make it work. So easiest thing is, let's go ahead and pull out these cards that are just single-sided. I think it was just these guys. Okay, so simplest thing to do is I love to round my corners, and these will make just great large journal cards. So I'm going to round these corners. Do any of you get these and make ephemera for them? Just interested, or do you just not even look at them and bypass them because you would never make cards with them? I'm a card maker and a junk journaler. So, but like I said, I make my own cards. I don't use pre-made like card bases and stuff. And usually when I do card kits, when I pick up card kits, it just has all of the bits and pieces to make the card in there to like assemble it. It doesn't have the cards like pre-made like this. Okay, one more I forgot. Okay. All right, and then let's ink up those edges. I've got my walnut stain here. It is chilly here today. That's nice for a change. I live in Texas, and you never know this time of year if you're going to be hot or cold or just kind of warm. And it's a bit chilly today. Ink up all of these little edges. The one thing about this card kit that I noticed is that it has the little Stamperia logo on everything. It is listed like right here, like right on the back of everything, all of these bits and pieces. So you can add little bits to cover that up if you're not wanting that on there. I don't particularly care for that being on there. I may cover some of those up at some point. I mean, I don't blame them for advertising their product, not at all. I just thought it was kind of odd that these came in this, I don't know, maybe it's not. It came in this card kit though, and everything was marked up. Okay, so we've inked those up, and then let's take a look and see what we're going to do with them now. Okay, and some of these may be perfect as is and ready to go, so not a problem. Like this one says best moments, and I think that's perfect for a memory keeping type journal. And on the back, plenty of room to write. It's already decorated, ready to go. This is perfect since it's just a large journal card then. So the only thing that I would add to this is if I wanted to just add little bits of ephemera here or there, but the only thing that I would add personally is probably just a tag on whatever side that I'm going to tuck it into an journal. So I am going to call this one done and set it up here. Okay, holiday season. It's got a cute little storefront, plenty of journaling on the back. Again, nice large journal tag. Card. The only thing that I might add is that I don't know that I really want holiday season up there. A lot of times Merry Christmas is fine, but I think it's kind of awkward when you're pulling it out of a, you know, I don't know, out of a journal card and it just says holiday season. Like I said, Merry Christmas I think is fine. Holiday season is kind of iffy for me. So what you could do is add a tag to the front of that, and let's just see. I don't think that I may not have a tag large enough. That's not the right kind of red, and that's not going to be large enough. Let me see what I've got in this guy. This little box of tags here. These are a lot of reds and blues. That is not the right red, but we might be able to make it work because it's kind of, you know, it's kind of distressed. Let me see if I can find a large blue one. A large blue one might work. Because we've got some blue in there. May not have a large blue in this collection. Here's some thinner blue ones. What about that guy or that guy? It's not quite going to be enough. I don't know. Might try this guy. Let's make a decision. And I might, let me see if I've got some scrap over here. Lots of scraps. There we go. I've got some of this scrap. And I could glue it down. I might need to trim it up a little bit. Yeah, it's still going to show a little bit, which is not a problem. If you did it like here, and then we added like a little flower or something, or just an actual snowflake there. All right, let's trim this down a little bit. Let me grab my trimmer. Might have been better off just cutting that with my scissors. Tends to want to move quite a bit. There we go. All right, so if I put it down here, that still leaves a little bit of space. I put it on here crooked. I swear, let me see if I can pull it up and straighten it up a little bit. Yeah, I can. Okay. Always putting everything on crooked. I'm telling you, I have got a crooked eye. Let me see. I might have been out of focus on all of that, or off camera on all of that. I tend to do that. I get to creating and I'm watching what's going on here so intently and pulling it closer and closer to me. But I'm liking this little bit of vellum there, and that is upside down. So let's see, I think I'm going to be gluing it somewhere right around there. There we go. And then this isn't terribly sticky, so I'm going to glue this down as well. And then I don't need to add anything this moment if I don't want to. Let me see. But you can always add something. This is a, that's rather large and it stands up quite a bit. I don't know if you can see that. There we go. But a little snowflake like this would cover that up, and then you would never know that that was there, and you would be able to put whatever you wanted on that journal card. So we could put a tab here, however we're going to insert it into our pocket or our tuck spot. But I'm going to leave this on here because it's just an extra, and I think that at some point when I'm ready to actually use this, I'll put something else there, and I'll actually glue it down at that point. But I'm going to leave it on there for now. It wouldn't be, I don't think, conducive to putting in a journal because it would add too much volume. Sweet Time, I think, is perfect. So I don't think there's anything that needs to be done there. This is super cute. And Romantic Christmas. I think that this is super cute, and it's just like a little collage, and it's got like a list on the back almost, or writing spots on the back. That's why I wonder why these were actually cards, why they were labeled cards, because to me they're actually cards. That's just a personal thing, I guess. Okay. So again, I don't know that I'd really use Romantic Christmas. So let's see. If I've got a smaller tag, I can cover that up. And then you can write whatever you wanted on it, or let the person write whatever they wanted on that particular journal spot. Let's see. Will that cover it? That will cover it. That will cover it. It's not necessarily the right kind of red though. But I do think that this little guy needs something, and because it's got some of those brighter red bits on this particular card, I'm going to go ahead and ink this up. And then we'll put this down right in the middle of this journal card. And then someone would be able to label that and then journal on the back. That's perfect. Okay. Sorry, it's a puppy again. Okay. And then let me set this aside and give that some more thought. And let's go ahead and pull out the next set. So these two are the actual cards in the collection. I'm going to cut them apart though and make them individual journal cards. I think that's the best way to handle these. You could also leave them attached and just, you know, make them kind of like the little wraparound bits on the ends of a journal page or whatever if you wanted. But I like the idea of just having more journal cards that I can put in tuck spots, because I don't tend to do kind of the wraparound thing very often. Around all those edges. All right. And we'll ink these up. Look at how pretty that is. And this is the back of that card, the one that says Noel with the little boy on it. This was the back, but it is now the front. And then this spot that was in the center on the inside is now the back journaling part. How perfect is that? See, look at that. That's cute. That we definitely will put something on. Noel is a perfect sentiment, so we'll leave Noel. And I like this because it's already done for you. You can add little decorations to it to kind of add, you know, elevate it, or you can leave it nice and simple. But the writing space is already there for you. It's already decorated. It's the right weight. So these these card kits are just, they're really nice for that. Okay. So I think this one is good the way it is. We would put a tab on it wherever or not because it's a large journal card. And now we've got this guy. And let's see if we have something in this book that might go with it. We might be able to add. But all these little bitty guys I punched out. Let's see. That's really cute, but I wanted something you could actually write on. Let me see what one of these would look like on there. Let me trim it down just a little bit more. And that is the right kind of red, and I don't know if I would, yeah. Yep, center it there. Okay. So I'm going to leave just a small border, just a thin border, and I'm going to ink it up. My larger scissors and kind of trim it up a bit so it's a little more even. There we go. And inking the edges always elevates it. Okay. And there we go, perfect. And then you'll be able to label it whatever you wanted and put your journal memory there. And that was good for that one. Okay. And now the second card. Go ahead and round those edges. And in case you haven't seen any of my other videos, I always hold this up just so that I can make sure that I get into those grooves perfectly. Because if you don't line it up correctly and I'm using it this way, I always end up stamping or punching it just off, and then they're hard to fix once they're kind of stamped off. They always look a little bit wonky to me afterwards, so I always face that towards me. All right, and get this side. That little winter bird is so cute. Okay. Now this one we could call done. That's just a journal card in and of itself. If we wanted to add a tag or if we wanted to add something around it, we totally could. But for right now, for these purposes, it's done. A lot of times I like to get these ready as just kind of bases. And then later when I'm actually putting them or adding them to an actual journal, that's when I'll go in and make you know, make the little bitty changes to it. Again, you could put a tag here or put something to cover this part that says the Stamperia on it if you wanted to. If you don't want to and it doesn't bother you, it's not necessary. But I'm going to go ahead and call those done. They look cute as is. Now let's pull out our little guys here, little tags. These are not punching out. There we go. Okay. And then you guessed it, I'm going to go ahead and round the corners on these. I just like the look, that little kitty cat and puppy. That's adorable. Okay. I'm fine with Sweet Christmas. I'd probably change up with Love. Because that just, that sentiment isn't going to pertain to everyone. And it's going to be tucked into a, if I was using it like as for a gift or something that I was giving to someone, then yes. But just in here it's not going to me, that sentiment just doesn't pertain. So I am going to cover that up with a label just like that. And then you guessed it, ink up these edges. And then let's see, Sweet Christmas is fine as a sentiment. I think that I might want to, I don't know that I want to cover up this little kitty and puppy. So I don't think that, I may layer it. I may put something on it. I've got some of these, little guys. And Sweet Christmas is cute. Maybe if I added that, if I layered that up with it. I don't know. Let me see. Get my hole punch. That one is not quite big enough. It looks like I'll have to, looks like I'm going to have to do the dreaded fussy cut. I'll do it. I'm not the best at it, and I'm not super quick because I tend to be a little bit picky. So fussy cutting just isn't my thing. And I know this is just a straight circle, but still, it isn't my thing. I'll do it when needed, but I don't love it. Some more ink on this. And it's got a little writing spot on the back. I love that these are already nice and decorated. Okay, and then I'm going to get my crocodile and put a small hole up here. And I bought 1,000,001 of these bulb pens from Amazon. Let me pull out a few. All right, there's their little home. There we go. All right, we're gonna call that one done. And then this one, Best Wishes. You know what? I think that this one looks good on its own. I don't think that I am going to, I say that, but then I don't know. I may end up layering up that. Yeah, I'm going to leave this one as is. I'm not going to layer that one up. But I think that this guy would be cute layered up. So I'm going to use this cute little Christmas bird. Okay, I think he looks good there. I'm not loving the Best Wishes though, so I think I'm going to cover that up. And then even on the back it says, "For you." Let's go ahead and put one of those stickers on there were the smaller ones that I had. That won't cover it. Here they are. Does this come in handy? A little box of labels. I don't even know where I got that 10. I've had it for a while. All right, we'll cover up for you. And then it can be labeled something else. And then we'll put something here. Do we want to layer up something like this maybe? We've already got this bird. I don't know that I want to do Happy Holidays. Let's go here and see what we've got. These little birds are cute. I might try. Okay. Is that not quite big enough to cover that up? Let me try another fussy cut. I like this. Well, I'm going to be using those little animals, so don't have any others that have birds on them. Oh, see, my fussy cutting just went way off the rails. We have we're completely off the rails here. Oh my goodness, and now I can't find my inker. Okay. Nope, that's the black one. Here we go. My desk was even clean before I started this. It was completely clean. Okay, so do I want to do that? Or do I want to do this where you're able to add your own? I think the little image looks cutest. We're going to do that. I'm going to go ahead and add this to it. That is a cutie. That little guy is just a little too... Oh, you know what? I've got this larger one. I should have tried the larger one. Let me give the larger one a try. I think that there's not enough room to cut one there. Let's do this guy here. He's cute. There we go. And even the back of that paper was really nice and light and just has these music notes. So it's, I'll still be able to, you know, to add. What do we think? Do we want to do this or this? This. And then this guy. Let's just stick with the animals. Or is that too same? And if that is too same, we can go back with the deer. Let's give both of them a try and see. I like that, bringing that blue back in. Okay. So then let's punch a small hole. And I want that kind of off to the side a little bit. So now we can layer this up. And there we go. How cute is that? Little tag cluster and then writing on the back of all of those. Okay. Maybe that's what I'll do here. I know that this isn't necessarily a tag, but we may turn it into one. It may just have to become one. So in that case, we could just leave the romantic Christmas because it's not really a, I don't know that I would do it in the center, maybe to the side. Let's see. Could use this guy. I'm going to do the smaller corner rounding. I'm going to get right up in the corner again. I'm going to do the same for this. I'm going to pop it right in the corner. Okay. Let me add one of these. All right. Still not loving romantic Christmas. I don't think that that really goes, but I could always just cover it up with something later if I find, you know, in another collection or something else that goes. So if we do this and this, do we want to do this guy or this guy? I kind of like breaking it up with this, some softer edges. There we go. So see, and everything has a little writing space on the bottom. And I'm just going to have to find a way to fix romantic Christmas. It's just not working for me, and I need to do it now rather than later. I have this little bike that was part of the that was part of the whole collection too, but I don't think that it goes with anything. I might find something else to hang it from. Let me see. Where's the one that I didn't hang anything from? That's this guy. See, and it just doesn't look right to me. So this will just be a little tag of its, you know, on its own. And I'm fine with that. I am fine with that. And that's a stamp. That won't quite look right. I think that these are odd. And I guess they're supposed to be hose. I don't know what those are. Like stockings, but just black. At first I thought that that was actually Santa coming down the chimney or something, and he got stuck. That was my first thought. Okay, I'm gonna have to undo it. I like that better. I'm gonna round this edge and see if it, was from an ephemera book collection, and I still need to make the journal cards for those. I haven't done that yet, and it'll add a lot of ephemera for sure. Let me get these out. Okay. And there we go. I think it looks good. Better than Romantic Christmas. And the Merry is spelled M-E-R-R-I-E. Which I've never seen it. Never seen it spelled that way. So that is different. Okay, what do we think? There, that looks good. Cute, cute. Okay. So from those 2 card kits, let me put my stuff aside, put this back in my glue, and then this was it. See, and it looks like it's a grate, and so it looks like those are just black stockings, which are kind of weird that they're not like Christmas themed stockings. But at first I thought it was the fireplace and that Santa's boots were just hanging like he was dangling. So it's just kind of weird. It's odd. I'm happy with just tossing that one. It's odd. Okay. So from both of these collections, so again, it was the cards collections from Stamperia. There were Home for the Holidays and Christmas, and it was 7 cards, 5 tags, 1 bookmark. In each of these, I didn't have the bookmark. I used them for other projects at some point along the way. I'm going to keep these because I'll use these as backers as well. Nothing goes to waste. Everything gets used, but I ended up with 1, 2, 3, 4, let's see, put them in here so you can see them, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9 large journal cards, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 medium sized kind of journal cards, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me add the bike to this because this is really kind of family, I guess, oriented. I don't know. We go. There's a home and a bike and a puppy and a kitty. So 5 tag clusters and then 1 individual tag. So that was pretty good. That was pretty successful. So I'm going to add these to my ephemera stash and call those done. They are ready for junk journals. All right, so that was it. Hopefully you found that helpful. If you've got a card kit laying around, either one of those, or if you have another card kit laying around of some kind, then that might help you, give you some ideas for turning those items into ephemera for your junk journals. And if you have any questions about those products, just put them in the comments, or about the whole process, put them in the comments. I'm happy to answer any questions. Give me a like if you like this video, and until next time, bye.